Hi everyone, to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. Today I'm going to teach you how to make my fried chicken tenders. My kids love getting fried chicken sandwiches from outside every now and then. I really prefer to make them for the family at home because they're way healthier that way. They taste better, the ingredients are fresher and cleaner, and it just honestly tastes so much better than the outside chicken sandwiches that make you sick after you eat them. Once in a while is okay, but I'm going to teach you how to make them at home. You can make a big batch. They reheat beautifully in the air fryer. And I'm serving them with corn. It's going to be buttery, plain, sauteed corn, but it's something that my mom always served chicken tenders with growing up. It's just become a tradition. I'm also going to warm up some store-bought tater tots. Can't get easier than that. I prefer them over French fries. They taste really good. Of course, I'm going to make a coleslaw and a delicious sauce to go along with them. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to begin with the chicken tenders. I have 24 chicken tenders here that are completely dry. You want to make sure you pat them dry and then season both sides lightly with some salt and black pepper. And then I also like to dredge these with some flour, some all-purpose flour on both sides, just enough to coat them. Toss the chicken around so that way it's lightly coated and set it aside while we prepare the breadcrumb mixture. So my favorite breadcrumbs to use for this are Panko breadcrumbs. I like to buy them unseasoned. This is about 3 to 4 cups of it, maybe a little bit more. A teaspoon or 2 of dried oregano or thyme will work in this. And then you can season with a little bit of salt, freshly cracked black pepper. I like to put 1 to 2 tablespoons of granulated garlic powder in this. Some crushed red pepper flakes if you like some heat in there, and then lots of Parmesan cheese. 1 or 2 handfuls should be good enough. The cheese gives a little bit of a saltiness to it, and it's just so good in this breading mixture. Toss everything all together, and mine looks like it needs a little bit more breadcrumbs for all that chicken that I'm frying, so I'll add some more and just season it a little bit more, and the breadcrumb mixture is ready just like that. I just like to make sure everything is ready, so I'll get the coleslaw mix ready too, so that way later on we just toss the cabbage in there and it's ready to go. And coleslaw dressing is so easy to make at home. You're just going to take half a cup, and I just eyeball this, of your favorite mayo, add 1 tablespoon of sugar to it and 2 tablespoons of your favorite white vinegar and a little bit of black pepper, and you just whisk it all up and you set it aside, and that's it. Once we're ready to put the sandwiches together, you just toss the coleslaw, which is shredded cabbage with a little bit of carrot in there. You just toss it in there until it's all coated, and you have homemade coleslaw ready in just like minutes. And then I'm going to make a sauce that tastes just like Chick-fil-A sauce, except it's much healthier. So in this bowl over here, I'm going to add half a cup of mayo, 2 tablespoons of honey, because the Chick-fil-A sauce is known for being nice and sweet. Then I'll add 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard, 1/4 cup of barbecue sauce, use your favorite sauce for this, and 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. Just whisk it all up or mix it all up. Once it's nice and smooth, this sauce is ready. It keeps fresh in the fridge for days, and it's really nice over potatoes too. In a shallow bowl, or I like to use a pie pan, go ahead and add 3 to 4 eggs with about 1/2 cup of whole milk and whisk that all together. Definitely season it too with a little bit of salt and pepper. You want every layer to be seasoned, so there's lots of flavor in the chicken once it's fried. So now I have a large skillet that's heating over medium-high heat. I have some olive oil in there. I like to use light olive oil for frying. And then I've also lined my oven with aluminum foil, so that way I don't have to clean up a huge mess and oil splatter later on. Do not fry these over high heat, because what's going to happen, the breadcrumbs are going to get overly brown and then the chicken won't cook properly. So you're looking for between 360 to 370 degrees Fahrenheit and a beautiful golden color. But anyway, you're going to prepare the chicken. So you're going to take the chicken tenders that are dredged in the flour and seasoned with salt and pepper. And first you're going to dip them in the egg mixture. Then you're going to roll them in the breadcrumb mixture really well so that they're nicely coated. And I like to do this with as many as I can, so that way they're just ready to go in the oil. And then once the first batch goes in the oil, they're just going to fry for about 3 minutes per side. They're going to be nice and golden. So the chicken is ready once it's nice and light. When you lift it out of the oil, it should feel light, and you'll know the difference because when you put the fresh chicken in there, it's heavy, and once it's done, it's light. Transfer it to a baking tray that's lined with lots of paper towels, and then just keep frying them. These taste delicious reheated too, so you can make these well ahead of time from whenever you're going to be serving them, and just lightly warm them through in an oven or in your air fryer. and they're just going to be perfect. You don't have to do these right when your guests are arriving, or even for your family. You could do this well ahead of time, which is why I love making this. The chicken stays nice and juicy, and it's so flavorful. And I always also serve some corn on the side anytime I make chicken tenders. Just takes me back to my childhood. My mom always warmed up some corn and some butter and salt and pepper. I'm using frozen corn, but you can drain a can or two of canned corn and use it here. You're just going to put it in a saucepan, season it lightly with some salt and pepper, and then just warm it through either until the corn thaws and it gets nice and hot, or if you're using canned corn, it's not thawing. You just want to warm it through until it's steaming hot, and that's it. Lately, it's become a family tradition to make some tater tots on the side of this. I don't know why, don't ask me, but we all love it. The combination of tater tots, all I do is take a bag of store-bought tater tots. I don't even thaw them. I put them in my air fryer, seasoned with a little bit of salt and crushed red pepper flakes, and I just warm them through in there until they get nice and golden and crispy. I don't even honestly monitor the temperature, and they taste so good with this chicken. You can put this chicken either in buns with your favorite cheese, the coleslaw, the sauce, some pickles, or you can warm up a tortilla and make wraps with it. Serve it just like this with the corn and the tater tots on the side. This whole thing is delicious, and the family is going to love it. That's it. It's ready to serve. So the chicken and all of the sides are ready, and it just smells so good. I know that hot chicken sandwiches are the thing right now. I don't really make mine too spicy. I have tried a few recipes, but it just takes me back to childhood. That's why they're so good. It has more of a Mediterranean flavor with the seasoned breadcrumbs. It's just so good. And you can serve this in so many different ways. Of course, you can do this in a bun like they do at the stores as a regular sandwich, like a chicken sandwich. But sometimes I like to warm up a tortilla and then put a little bit of cheddar cheese over it with the chicken and some of that delicious sauce, pickles, the coleslaw. Wrap it up, and it's just so good. If you want the cheese to be more melty, just put the tortilla back on the pan for a little bit, for about a minute or so over medium heat, so the cheese can melt, and it's just going to be so good and a little bit lighter. Of course, you can serve them as is over salad if you want a little healthier option for your fried chicken. It's just delicious. Time for the taste test, because I just cannot wait. I love fried chicken. It's a bit of a weakness around here. So good. The coating is cheesy and crispy and so flavorful. The chicken is seasoned all the way through because we seasoned every layer. Chicken tenders tend to stay a little more juicy, so I love to use them over chicken breast. This is the only way I make fried chicken sandwiches now because it's just so good. When I tell you that they reheat perfectly the next day, you're gonna have to trust me on it. I just put them in the air fryer for a few minutes, and they just taste as if they've been freshly made. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. The exact measurements are on the website, dimitrasdishes.com. You can head on over there to print the recipe. Make this for your family for a movie night. It's perfect for birthday parties. Even if you meal prep, if you make a big batch of these and keep them in the fridge, they're great to have on hand. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'll see you all next time. Yes, sis.